Back here we have a power tailgate. So again, the key's in my pocket. All I need to do is press the release button here and stand back, and the gate will open itself. We have another really nice feature I'll show you. If you take a look at the buttons that are up on the rear panel, we can not only close the tailgate, but we can also actually lock the entire vehicle. And all I have to do is press and hold the lock button. I can hear it cycle, and it closes, and you'll hear a beep. And now the entire vehicle is locked. This is where we have the rear cargo cover. So a lot of folks that are going to carry cargo around and want to make sure that nobody can see in and see what the cargo is, all you have to do is simply pull this and place it in the cradle, and it'll cover everything that you have in the back. We have a new feature for the 2020 Outback. If you need to access something quickly, all you have to do is slap that, pops up halfway, and you can get in and get access to whatever you have stored in here. I want to caution you that before you get in the car and go back to driving, you need to pull this back down and place it where it belongs in the down position, because it can severely limit your visibility out of the back. So another neat feature that we have in the Outback is, in some cases, you want to have your seats down and have full access to your cargo area. So we can actually remove this cover, and Subaru's come up with a pretty neat way to store this. So I'm going to show you how that works. So you simply lift up the floor. We've got this hook here for convenience. Pop these panels, and then we can stow this. You can see there's a pattern cut out in the soundproof material here. We'll roll this up nice and neat. Cover back on. Put our hook back. Lower this, and now you have access to your cargo space without having anything blocking it. We also have the ability to do a one-touch rear seat release. So I pull this, and I'll pull this, and now you can access all of your cargo space without having anything interfere. So next things I want to show you are the controls that are down here, just down to the left of the steering wheel, and there are three. The first one is to activate the rear hatch. There are three ways to activate the rear hatch. You can do it with the key fob by pressing the rear hatch and holding that button. It'll open. You can do the same thing to close it. You can also activate the rear hatch at the back by pressing the hatch release, or you can also use the hands-free by having your hand near the Subaru star cluster. And then, of course, the final way is here with the button. Simply press and hold this. That activates the rear hatch. Open, repeat, and it will close. The important thing to know about using this button to activate the rear hatch is you must have all the doors unlocked. Otherwise, you'll be very frustrated by pushing this button and not having anything happen. The next button is a source of confusion for a lot of folks. This is what controls the functionality of the hands-free rear hatch control. So it is currently active. If I press this in, I deactivate that feature. So we've had a lot of folks call us after they've gotten their car home. They're very disappointed they can't get that feature to work. We always say the first step is take a look at the position of this switch. If it is pressed in, you have deactivated the feature. When it's pressed and it's out, the feature is now active. So very important to note.